Welcome to the ProKitchen tutorial on drawing and changing walls. In this tutorial we're going to cover the many aspects of drawing and changing walls, including modifications, rotating, changing walls to fit your needs as in height, pony walls, half walls, and things like that. The first one we're going to cover is starting new walls. Once you have created your design file in your design settings, you want to click on your construction tab to create your wall specifications. This allows you to change your wall thickness, your zone width, your wall height, and your wall items alignment. To change your wall thickness, you simply use your arrows or highlight what you want. In this case, I'm going to leave it at 4.5 inches. You can change your zone width. This is the width of your placement zone where you're going to place cabinets and appliances into your design. You can change it from anywhere from 0, which will not give you a placement zone, as large as you would like. Most people change it anywhere between 24 and 30 inches. In this case, I'm going to change it to 30 inches. You can change your wall height simply by highlighting or using your arrows again and changing the wall height to fit your needs. In this case, I'm going to go 99 inches. You can also change your alignment of your upper cabinets. You can change it from a bottom alignment or a top alignment. In this case, if you do a top alignment, this means all your upper cabinets are going to set in at 96 inches to the top of the cabinet from the floor. Or if you do a bottom alignment, in this case it means that all your upper cabinets are going to set in at 54 inches from the floor to the bottom of the cabinet. This is good if you're doing a high-low design or a cityscape design. This will allow you to set your 42-inch cabinets next to your 36-inch cabinets and leave the offset at the top. Once you have your wall set in your design settings, and if you chose to set the other tabs, that is completely up to you what you want to set in here. But this is what you're going to draw your walls at. Once you have this done, you can click on the OK button. And if this is the first time you've started designing, you do have a wall in your cursor, which means you can start drawing walls anywhere you want on the grid. We do not work in quadrants where you have to draw this way, this way, this way, this way. You can start anywhere you want and draw any direction you want. However, it does draw in a clockwise rotation. So in this case, I'm going to click down here. I'm going to left click and let go of my mouse. I'm going to start dragging the mouse the direction I want the wall to draw. Whichever direction you start dragging the mouse is the way the wall is going to draw. Now what I can do is I can simply start with the length and type in the distance that I want, or you can use your mouse to set this. In this case, I'm going to type in 120. If I hit enter, it enters that wall at 120 and it starts drawing my next wall over at 4 inches. If you notice on the left hand side in the length, it says 4 inches. If I touch my mouse, it's going to override that, and then I'll have to highlight that again to start drawing walls. But if I don't, you can simply type in the distance that you want. In this case, I'm going to type in 120 and hit enter. Now let's say you want to draw your next wall at an angle. So let's say I wanted to go ahead and go with a 48-inch wall. I can tab down, take the 90 out, type in 135, and you'll see that it draws a 135-degree angle, which most people would actually call a 45. ProKitchen actually works on a true 360-degree setting angle, so that you have to draw your angles in correctly. Like in this case, if I drew a 48-inch wall, tab down, hit 270, it's actually going to draw the wall backwards. I hit enter, it draws it back to the other side. Now in this case, I could type in 48 inches, leave it at 90, hit enter, and it's going to draw your next wall in to give you kind of a Z-shaped wall. Now let's say I'm done with my walls. These are the walls that I want to have in here. What I can do is, if you notice, the wall, if I move my mouse, will continue to follow the mouse, but it won't draw up this way here. What I can do is I can actually, as I'm setting my walls, I can right-click and it opens up my angle. If I want to draw an angle back this way, or however you want to set your angle. It works on a 1-degree setting on your angle, so every degree you have an angle to set. If I right-click when I'm in this function, what it does, it locks my angle, if you notice here, but it allows me to change my length. If I were to left-click this, it would set this wall exactly where I have it and start drawing another 4-inch wall. If I right-click again, it allows me to move my wall and my length again. So right-clicking will allow you to set your wall, but it will allow you to move it. As soon as you left-click, it sets the wall into your position. The other thing you can do is you can either hit your escape key and end the drawing, or in this case, I'm going to go ahead and set this wall in. You'll notice it starts drawing this next wall over. If I click back here with my mouse behind the back of this wall, behind the opposite side of where this wall is drawing, what it's going to do is going to go ahead and end the walls and draw it to full scale. If I were to hit my escape key, it would have ended the walls but left it at the scale that it was at. Now we're going to cover how to rotate a wall, an existing wall. Sometimes you'll set a wall in by mistake, and if you notice this wall here is kind of not square with the design, so we need to rotate this wall. To do this, it's very simple. You simply right-click on the wall that you want to be rotated, come down to wall 6 in this case, click rotate, and you click the pivot point. So in this case I want to pivot from this point here. What it does, it takes my mouse out here and allows me to rotate this wall. Now if you notice on the left-hand side, you can see that it's giving you an angle. You can simply type in the angle that you want if you have a specific angle you want to put in, or you can use your mouse and it sets the angle in the corner as well as in the edit box. Once you get this angle you want set, again if you right-click, it allows you to continue to move the angle. If you left-click, it sets that angle into place. And then if you want to move this angle again, you'd simply right-click on the wall, choose wall 6, go to rotate, and click back on the pivot point. You can also pivot from the other end. Now if you do so, what it's going to do is it's going to pivot all your walls. So if I right-click here, come down to rotate, and click onto this pivot point, you'll see it allows me to rotate the whole section of walls. The other way you can rotate is you can rotate the whole section. To do this, you simply right-click on any wall within this section, within this group, click on wall group 2, click rotate, and what it does, it rotates the walls, the whole section of walls, from the center. Left-click to set it to where you want it. Now I'm going to quickly delete some of these walls because I don't want them in the design. There's two ways to delete a wall. You can simply right-click on the wall, come down and choose delete, or you can click on the wall and hit your delete key on your keyboard. It's just that simple. Now you're going to learn how to move a wall. Moving walls is actually very simple once you understand the concept behind it. In this case I have a 120 inch by 120 inch L shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this top 120 inch wall along this wall here. The way you do this is you right click on the wall, choose the wall that you want to move, click the function move, which you left click, and then you simply click on the wall you want this wall to move along. So in this case I want to move it here, and if you notice it changes the left hand wall. Again, it opens up my edit box, so I can simply come in here and type in 90 inches in this case, and it moves that wall to 90 inches. So it's very simple.